So when people see families that have obesity, the assumption is, "Ah, what are they?
They don't have obesity. They are obese. They are obese. Doctors don't understand obesity. I mean, a lot of... Who does these days? Who does these? Who does these days? I mean, stop eating garbage food and exercise, then you won't have to worry about the question. But doctors don't understand obesity. They know it's bad for you. They know it's terrible and you shouldn't be obese. But
what's in the box?
But here we are. 60 Minutes. Who the fuck? When is this? And who the fuck watches Who watches 60 Minutes?
I've always heard that it's the fast food, that it's the Diet Cokes, that kind of thing.
No
that
shit.
Is the instigator. Is that true?
So
Yes.
I think we have to look at the different causes of obesity as a big pie. And that's one factor. But notice how
Stuffing your fucking face with processed trash, that's one factor. Yeah. Yeah, it's a factor. Oh, where's this going to go?
using this part of the pie, right? But the number one cause of obesity
is them eating the entire fucking pie.
Is genetics. That means
Jesus fucking Christ.
The eyes, Chico. They never
Gee,
lie.
it's genetics. Oh, yes. Oh, you can't change it. You don't understand my lived experience. I'm fat for I'm just fat. I was born and I was born a whale. I was born fucking fat.
Bullshit. Bullshit. It's all bullshit. All of it.
Okay.
if you are born to parents that have obesity,
wait,
you're
look at her
born
face.
to parents,
Wait.
cause of obesity is genetics.
Look at her face.
That means if you are born to parents that have obesity, you have a 50 to 85% likelihood of having the disease yourself, even.
Okay, this is actually, I've heard stuff like this. This is probably more true. Like you have genetic like scarring and stuff like that. Doesn't mean you're going to be fucking fat, but like, yeah, if you have fat fucking parents that are pumped full of estrogens and they're eating garbage fucking food and they have garbage fucking shit chemical trash in their system when they conceive of the baby, and the child is obviously getting fed garbage because they have garbage fucking habits. Shocker. Okay.
With optimal diet, exercise, sleep management, stress management. So when people see families that have obesity, the assumption is exercise, then with optimal diet, 5% likelihood of having the disease yourself, even with optimal diet, exercise,
That's nonsense.
sleep management, stress management.
That's nonsense.
So when people see families that have obesity, the assumption is, what are they?
They don't have obesity. They are obese. They are obese. Yeah, I see. All right, I'm keep pausing this. I see fucking families. That are obese. You know what I see them doing? I see them with shopping carts full of Gatorade, of soda, of fucking Dunkaroos, of all the trash you can possibly imagine in a supermarket. So fuck all the way off with that shit.
Feeding those kids.
Yeah.
They're doing something wrong. Actually, do you know this? 79 to 90% of physicians in the United States have significant bias towards individuals that are heavier. Now,
I wonder why. Bias? You mean, because they're diseased, because it's an outcome of terrible fucking lifestyle habits. They're not just magically, oh God, people are magically fat. You're not magically fat. You're not. How many people eat the way we do, Swole Fam? How many people literally eat real food? I'm not saying it's easily accessible, but how many people actually eat real fucking food and exercise and get sunlight? And come on, really, how many people out there? Fucking no one. No one. The fuck out of here. These fucking studies. Okay.
doctors listening to me may say, oh, it's not me. Hold your horses, because has that patient come to you and told you, look, doc, I'm eating well. Look, doc.
Okay, I'm pausing you. Jesus Christ, you're fucking...
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Fucking hell, we have a vegan here? Okay, I'm eating well. I've been in the health game my entire fucking life, pretty much. For the amount of people that have told me they eat well, Jesus Christ, do they eat like dog shit. That's the biggest fucking nonsensical statement. Everyone says they eat well. They don't. That's the biggest load of fucking bullshit when someone's like, I eat really well. I have no idea why I'm morbidly obese. I can tell you, you do eat really well. You eat all of it. You don't eat well at all. It's the most nonsensical. People, I eat really well. Oh my God, people tell you that they eat well? You mean people fucking lie? Oh my God, you mean people are disconnected with all their bad habits they have every day? Oh my God, you mean cognitive dissonance? Oh my God. That's such a fucking load of shit. Yeah, just believe everyone. Believe all fat people. Yeah, well, I eat really well. You sure do. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Are there any women here today?
All right.
And told you, look, doc, I'm eating well. Look, doc, I'm exercising. And the doc's...
And what are you doing for exercise? Most people, most people not only don't eat well, they eat shit. And most people don't know what the fuck they're doing when they train. They don't train hard. They don't train properly. And I exercise. What do you do? What do you do? Zumba twice a week? What the fuck do you do? Give me a break. I'm telling you, give me a fucking break. Okay, it's getting me hot. This is getting me fucking hot. I am hot. I am fucking here. I am.
He's on fire!
Fucking off. I'm off the fucking charts. Let's go.
ask them, are you sure?
Yep.
I don't believe that that's really what you're doing.
Wait,
Based.
are you saying that doctors don't understand obesity? Doctors?
Doctors do not understand obesity.
In one of her published studies, Dr. Stanford found that most medical schools don't teach that obesity is a disease, and in fact don't even offer courses on it, even though it's the second leading cause of preventable death in the country after smoking.
Shut up, bitch!
Not this chick over here. I mean, she's, god damn it. Hashtag nose job. Yeah, doctors, it's okay. So now what you're seeing is this, again, perpetuation of this victim mentality. They have obesity. Oh, I have this disease called obesity. You are obese. It's an outcome. It's a product. It's an effect. It's an effect. It's an effect. It's an outcome. That's what happens when you are fucking wider than you are tall. That's what happens when you do things that are the opposite of the 7 pillars. When you do the opposite, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get really fucking big. And some people are more prone, agreed. Some people are more prone to that physical response than others. Some people eat a lot of junk and they don't get super big, but they still have metabolic dysfunction. They still have leaky gut. They still have issues. They still have skin conditions and migraines. Not everyone is predisposed to the same type of muscle growth when they lift in the gym, or fat loss speed or rate, or fat storage. Not everyone is going to. Some people are very fucking resilient. Some people do meth for 40 fucking years and are still alive. Okay? Seriously. Some people do a lot of shit. Some humans are very resilient to environmental factors. Some people are very resilient. I mean, we all know people, maybe you're one of them watching or listening. You know, people can drink excessive amounts for 20, 30 fucking years and smoke 5 packs a day and live to be 85. And everyone's like, how the fuck is this person still alive? How is Mick Jagger still fucking alive? How are some of these people actually alive? Does it mean they're really healthy? No, I mean, their body's fucking decaying, or some people just, they're not as predisposed. This is what happens when we just don't know things about the human body that people think they do. This is what epigenetics is all about. So some people smoke all the time and they never get lung cancer. And some people never smoke and they get lung cancer. Why? The person, and some people, they smoke a little bit and they get lung cancer. In other words, you can be predisposed. Like if you start firing some of these triggers, epigenetics is like the process, just to layman's terms. I'm no expert, that's for damn sure. But you will, you'll have certain gene sequences that if you're presented with certain triggers in the environment, it will fire them on. So if you have predispositions for some type of hereditary disease, you want to avoid things that might trigger those things to be activated. If you have a family history of heart disease, you want to make sure that you're doing things as best as you can, and you might be able to extend your life. If your father had a heart attack at 45 and his father had a heart attack at 45 and his father had a heart attack at 37, it's like heart disease is one of the most, because like you could have a genetic defect and shape of your heart that makes it more likely to have blockages, and you have to be very, very careful and approach it. So doesn't mean you can't stretch this. A lot of people take care of their health and they can live 10, 20, 30 more years because they actually were aware of it. In other words, like, so now it's a disease. So now it's a victim. Now you're a victim. Again, it might not be your fault, but it's your responsibility. So your parents were fat and they trashed their bodies and they gave you garbage fucking food. You didn't know any better. You were a child. You were depending on people that were completely absent in terms of their awareness and their education on how to eat properly. But it's your responsibility now. I have a disease. You got to change your fucking habit. You got to really do the best that you can. That's bar none. Most people in doctor's offices are in doctor's offices because they're not being proactive with their health. They're not eating right. They're not exercising right. They say they are, they're just not. And you can say that there's so many different ideas of what's right and what's good and what's optimal. There are a lot of ways to eat out there. There are a lot of opinions out there. That's for damn sure. But by all accounts and all experience, if you have a lot of body fat to lose and you have metabolic dysfunction, you cut out all these fucking carbohydrates, sugars, and vegetable oils, you pretty much go carnivore and you're going to fucking melt. You lift weights, that like organ meats, carnivore, maybe a little bit of like some carbohydrates or maybe some veggies and fruit, pretty much just hard. Like you're going to melt. But no one's recommending that, are they? Very few people recommend that. It's still fucking food pyramid. It's still garbage, macros and oils and get your grains in. It's still all that shit. So what do you fucking expect? But doc, I'm eating healthy. Oh, by what standard? By what? The poster that's in the fucking foyer of the foyer, whatever the fuck you call it. The waiting room at the doctor's office. I wish I had 2 dicks so you can fucking suck them both.
A newt.
All right.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transfer to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown. You are the king in the apology. You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go.